session 2 of 5 steps to publishing success. These pop-up webinars are for the benefit of those who want to understand what it takes to be successful in the publishing industry. So today we're talking about planning and preparation. You know, one of the biggest problems I see with most independent authors is that they do not plan or prepare for success. Putting out a good book and making money from your book is going to be about more than just how great your story is, but that doesn't sell books. Having a plan sells books. So the 2 takeaways that you're going to get from this are going to be, 1, I want you to get clarity on what it takes to be successful as an author. And then I also want you to prepare a plan for your success. So let's get into it. Prepare your mind is the first thing you have to do if you want to be successful in this business. For 16 years, I published books as a side job. I was publishing books, but it was more of a hobby. And a lot of people go into book publishing and they're doing it as a hobby, but they're frustrated because they want pro results. I want to give some characteristics of amateurs and then that characteristics of pros. Amateurs are sporadic. One day they're in, one day they're out. But pros are consistent. Pros set their minds to do something and they take daily action towards their goal. Amateurs dream. A lot of people say chase your dreams, but I don't believe in chasing your dreams. Stop chasing your dreams and start following your vision, because dreams end when you open your eyes, but vision only ends when you close your eyes. So when you open your eyes to the reality of what it's going to take to get to where you want to be, as long as you keep your eyes open, you're going to get there. But if you close your eyes, that's when you'll stop. Amateurs dream. Pros envision. We envision things and then we go after them. Amateurs make excuses. I don't have the money. That's an excuse. I don't have the time. That's an excuse. I'm a perfectionist. That's an excuse. All these reasons to not take action are excuses. If I told you right now, I have $10,000 on my desk, no strings attached, anybody who wants it, you come and get it. All you got to do is get to me. You're not going to come up with an excuse and say, well, I'm at work right now, I can't come. When you're talking about writing your book, if you're not taking action, any reason that you can give is an excuse. Pros don't make excuses. Pros make realities. Amateurs listen to their feelings. Oh, I don't feel like it today. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I'm not a good public speaker. I'm intimidated. Oh, I hate social media. These are all feelings. The pros push through their feelings. Pros do it afraid. If you don't like public speaking, so what? Get up and speak. I want you to think about those characteristics. How many of those do you exemplify? Are you sporadic? Are you a dreamer? Are you an excuse maker? Do you listen to your feelings? Are you consistent? Do you envision? Do you make realities instead of excuses? Do you push through your feelings and execute? So now that we understand what it means to go pro, I want to talk to you about 3 areas of mental preparation. The first mental preparation is you have to decide. I don't know how long it's going to take you. I don't know what ups and downs you're going to go through. But when you make the decision, there is power to making a decision. In my book, 5K the Right Way, I quote Will Smith. He said, there's a redemptive power that making a choice has rather than feeling like you're an effect to all things that are happening. Make a choice. Just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out of your way. I feel very strongly that we are who we choose to be. So going pro means you make the decision. You don't hope for this to happen. You're not dreaming. You are taking steps towards your vision. The next thing you need to do is override your fears. Listen, we all have fears, but fear is just false evidence appearing real. Like, these are thoughts that you have that may never happen. But I do want to ask you, what is the worst thing that could happen when you pursue your dream. You put your book out, nobody reads it. Okay, so what? At least you executed, you put the thing out, and you achieved a goal in your life. Who cares what people think about it? Who cares? Put the book out and touch the people whose life you were meant to touch. Then lastly, you got to commit to the journey. This is going to be a journey. You're going to have to do things you never thought you would do. You're going to have to learn things you never thought you need to learn. You're going to have to figure things out. Commit to the journey. So prepare your mind. Decide that you're going to be successful. Override the fears that are coming to your head, because we all have them, and commit to the journey. No matter what happens, no matter what you have to endure, commit to seeing the success that you envisioned as a pro. The next thing we're going to have to prepare for is your budget. If you believe that you're going to be successful without having to pay anything towards your success, then I have bad news for you. It is not going to happen. Your seed determines your harvest. If you want abundance, then you're going to have to sow abundantly into your product. If you're going to be successful as an author, then you're going to have to put money into it, and that money represents a seed. So your seed determines your harvest. If you're only willing to put a little bit of money into your book, then don't expect a huge return. You reap what you sow. So if you put in little, you'll get little. If you put in a lot, you'll get a lot. So let's talk about the cost of success. What are some things that you're going to have to invest in order to be successful as an author? One of the things you're definitely going to have to invest in is marketing. Your book is not going to sell itself. So you're going to have to invest in marketing, and whatever that looks like, whether it's social media ads, whether it's television ads, magazine ads, billboards, or banners, postcards. You're going to have to pay money into your venture in order to see a result. Travel. You can't sit at home and wait for book sales to come to you. You got to go out. You got to speak. You got to go to events. And we're going to talk about that later. But you got to go to events. You got to go meet people, travel. You're going to get hotel rooms, vendor fees. These are things that you're going to have to pay for in order to succeed. So you got to prepare for that. Prepare for coaching. You can't do this alone. I say it all the time. I have a coach who became a Wall Street Journal bestseller, and he paid $14,000 to be in the room with a coach for 3 hours. He made the Wall Street Journal bestseller. Michael Jordan didn't play by himself. The best players in any sports that you have, they have coaches. You're going to need assistants. One of the things that I have learned the hard way is that you cannot be all things to your business. If you're a good CEO, you're going to be a terrible customer service. If you're a great worker, you're going to be a terrible CEO. You can't do it all. You need help. If you want your business to grow, you're going to need help. When you talk about plants and planting, you know, if you pot a plant in a pot that's too small, it stunts the growth of the plant. And if you have a mindset that wants to keep everything in a small, compact environment where you're the only person that does everything, you don't get any help, you don't expand, you don't scale, then you're only going to grow so big. And so you're going to have to pay people. Lastly, you're going to have subscriptions and fees. Listen, you need to invest in subscriptions to magazines or journals that can give you more information on how to succeed. The third thing that we need to prepare for is you need to prepare for your schedule. You have to take consistent action. This is huge right here, okay? Imagine somebody going out to chop down a tree. And this guy goes out and he sharpens his axe and he takes one swipe at the tree, sits the axe down, goes home for the night. He comes out the next day, he takes one swipe at the tree. How long would it take him to chop this tree down? Now, think about the guy who comes out and every day he takes 10 chops at the tree. I mean, he goes in 10 times every day. Who's going to chop that tree down faster? The guy who gives consistent and aggressive and action is the one who's going to get better results. What I'm going to provide you now is going to be what I call a marketing cheat sheet. This is going to give you something that you can do every day, every week, and every month. So the first thing you want to do is to write out 7 actions that you can do to bring exposure to your book. And that's going to give you something that you can do every day. You can do at least 2 or 3 of these things every day. Mix them up. The next thing I want you to do is write out 4 to 5 media platforms where you could be interviewed about your book or your platform. Print media, television, radio, podcasts, right? I want you to find 4 to 5 that you can target and try to get interviews. What this does, it gives you some kind of platform, whether it's print, radio, television, that you can approach every week to get exposure for your book, to be interviewed about your book or your platform. All right. Next, you're going to write out 4 to 5 small, intimate events you can host to share about your book. Everybody knows about Mary Kay, right? But Mary Kay has built its brand and built its success on doing small events, small intimate events of women coming together and doing makeup parties. You can do the same with your book. Have small events that you do to invite people, cheese and wine, have people come out, have wine, cheese, talk about your book. I want you to write out 12 mass attended events where you can present your book. There are book fairs, seminars, workshops going on across the country. So decide on what your radius is. If you're willing to travel within 300 or 400 miles, then find out what that radius is. And then I want you to find events around that radius where you can go out and present your book. At TrueVal, we have a marketing offer where we provide an event matrix that we will find the events in your radius for a 12-month period, which gives you something that you can do every month of the year to get out and promote your book and sell more books. So that's something that we can help with if that's something that you're interested in. And lastly, I want you to find 12 organizations that will buy your book in bulk. Imagine having 12 organizations that you've targeted, that you have identified, who are willing to buy 100, 200, 300 copies of your book. We're talking about thousands of books that you have sold by doing the proper preparation to find these organizations. All right, that does it for session 2, preparing and planning. And listen, I want you to go deeper, invest in yourself. We can do these 15-minute webinar, pop-up webinars. If you really want to move the needle, if you really want to get some traction on your success, you need a coach. You need somebody to go through that process with you. So I'm offering 2 things. One, I'm offering the 5K the Right Way book club. It's $49.99. You're going to get a copy of this book, 5K the Right Way, where we're going to go over the strategies that I've personally used and my clients have personally used to generate over $5,000 with their books. Secondly, I'm offering the Author Incubator, $495 value, where I'm going to give you 6 weeks of customized coaching and strategy sessions, okay? We're not just going to go through a cookie cutter system. We're going to talk about what you need to get to the next level, and we're going to go and create strategies and coaching sessions to help you get to that next level. And if you're an innovator, if you're somebody who takes immediate action within the next 24 hours, if you take immediate action on this offer, I'm going to give you both of these for $399. Now, this is over $500, almost $550 worth of value. I'm giving you both of these services for $399. All you have to do is scan the QR code on the screen. It's going to take you to that Innovator Special discount. This is a special discount only for those who sign up. If you go on the website, you will not see this. You will not see this discount. This is the QR code for those who are serious about taking the next step. I'll see you on the next session. You all have a wonderful day.